Hello and welcome to Australia for a new season of the XRL GP3 division. There's many new faces this season. There's some that's been promoted from F4, some that's dropped down, but hopefully all in all it will be a brilliant season for all of us, and hopefully fair and competitive is all that we ask for. As you join us in qualifying now for the last few turns of this Albert Park circuit, and this was our best lap in qualifying. You know, we could have done better, but the best lap we did, we ran out of fuel, but this was our best lap in qualifying, and we did a 27.1, which put us in 10th position. So we out-qualified our teammate, which obviously ain't a bad thing, and with about 1.3 off the leader. Obviously I said about, our best lap we ran out of fuel, but I think we could have been within about 5/10 off him, so there was definitely more pace. We're starting on the primes, and the reason is I like to get the primes out of the way. I don't really like to have the primes in the middle or the end of the race. I like to get them out of the way, get them on early, and then push to the limit with the softs. So yeah, that's why I'm starting on the primes. Hopefully we can get a good start. I mean, last season our starts were not great, but hopefully this season we can improve on them. And as the 5 lights show, lights out, and away we go here in Melbourne. And we got an okay start. We sort of bogged down a little bit, but we're still in 10th position as we head down towards turn 1. We take it careful, going into turn 1, and there's a collision there between the Toro Rosso and the Ferrari. And I think that was a side pod glitch. And we're down to 11th position, but we're just going to follow round Tom Chambers 92, who was in GP2 last season, and it just shows the variety of the grid this season. There's a few GP2 drivers and some F4 drivers, and to be honest I thought the F4 drivers were on pace last season with the GP3 drivers, so it's not going to be easy to say, do well this season because they were on pace. So we've got to still turn up and show our maximum potential. And we're just going to follow around Tom Chambers 92 here. I mean, we're not close enough to have a go at Tom Chambers, but we're just going to try and stick with him. But we go a bit wide there, and I don't know if it was dirty air or something, but it cost us a lot of time as we skip on to lap 2, and there's a 5-car train ahead of us. And we've just got to, like I keep saying, follow these guys around, because one of them might make a mistake, and a couple of them go wide, and you can't really see because there's loads of dust in the air, but Tom Chambers made the mistake, and we touch it, Tom Chambers, but we're going to be side by side, and we get the move done, and we're up to 10th position for now, and Tom Chambers might try and make a move, but we keep the position. We've got to try and push for 9th, but we've also got to watch out for Chambers, because if we make a mistake, he could be passed straight away, and we come to the left-right, and then we sort of miss the turning, and Tom Chambers gets past us, so we're back down to 11th position. Lap 7 now, and the Pied Piper 27 is ahead of us, and he makes a little bit of a mistake there, getting on the grass, and we're going to try and dive it up the inside. We do a little bit of a switch there on the Pied Piper, and we get the move done for now, but the Pied Piper 27 looks like he's going to have the inside line for that corner, and he does, and he's passed us, and we dip our tyre into the gravel, and Crazy Bruin 12 thinks about having a move, but we keep the position for now, and we're going to be under attack from Bruin, but we have our DRS, and should keep the position. But we're gaining now on the Pied Piper 27, going down into turn 1, so we might have a chance of passing him in the next DRS zone, and he goes wide, and this move should be pretty easy, and we're breezing past the Pied Piper, and we just got to make this turn, which we eventually do, and we're up to 10th. But as you can see, on lap 14, we got ahead of Mr. Indigo by him lagging behind us, which is pretty unfortunate for him. And on lap 18, we went into the pits, and we're going to put on a set of soft tyres, and hopefully we can push now and attack the cars ahead of us. It'll be interesting to see where we come out of the pits. And our screen says Tom Chambers 92 is in 7th, and he comes out ahead of us, and the Toro Rosso as well. So we're down to 8th position on lap 19 of this Grand Prix. It was Crazy Brewing that jumped us as well as Tom Chambers. Lap 20 now, and Brewing got past Chambers, and we're going to try and get past Chambers as well, probably in the next DRS zone. And it looks like we are, but he sort of lags ahead of us. Well, he was ahead of us anyway, but he lagged a little bit more ahead of us. Then he goes wide and we make the move, and we're up to 7th, and we're going to try and put the pressure now on that Toro Rosso. So on the end of lap 20 now, and we're closing right on the rear of Crazy Brewing, and we should have the DRS, which we do, and this should be a pretty straightforward move as we go down the straight, and yes we do. As long as we don't outbrake ourselves going down into turn 1, we should keep the position, and yes we do. But as you can see, Crazy Brewing, you know, he's still attacking us without the DRS. We've just got to take it pretty sensible, and we keep the position there. On lap 30, and as you can see it's raining, and we're pitting on the intermediates, and it got a bit too heavy to stay out on the slicks. Sector 3 was pretty bad. I went off the road and I lost a little bit of time, and hopefully, you know, maybe that someone can make a mistake and gain a couple of positions in the wet. So no one jumped us in that pit stop. And on lap 34 we pit again, and we're going to pit on the full wets, and it just got too heavy for the intermediates. There was hardly any grip, so the full wets have to be put on car. And as you can see, the car, the Red Bull ahead of us is Jabba Smurf, so we're not that far off this position. And the car behind Crazy Brewing, he's only about 9 seconds behind on lap 35. Lap 42 now, and as you can see, Jabba Smurf just stops on the road, and I don't know really what happened there. And lap 43, and we're under pressure from Crazy Brewing as we make a mistake, and he should get the move done pretty simple, and yes he does. And interestingly, he was about 10 seconds behind us in the dry, but as soon as it started raining, he caught us pretty quickly, about a second a lap, and that's why he got the move done. But on lap 49, Crazy Brewing has pitted, and we're up to 5th. He's put the intermediates on, and we're going to stick out with the full wets. And also Samster pitted because he broke his wing, so we're up to 4th. And on lap 54 it was time to put on the intermediates, so we're going to put on the intermediate tyres, just because the track was getting quicker and there was less rain, so there was no point keeping the full wets on. Plus there was about a 40-second gap to Samster, so it weren't going to cost us a position or anything, so it's better not to take a risk and just put the intermediates on. And, you know, hopefully we can keep 4th in this race. And as you can see, just lap 58, we're 22 seconds behind John Digweed. So, as we're going to skip now to the last few corners, you can see that circle is John Digweed. So we caught him about 18 seconds on that last lap, which, you know, I guess he stayed out on the full wets, and we finished 4th, so it was a good result. I mean, we beat our teammate, which is pleasing, but yeah, it was a very good result, and hopefully in Malaysia we can maybe get a podium. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.